G'day everyone, it's NQ Explorers again. Today I'm pretty excited about today's hunt. It's the site of an 1864 Redcoats camp. There was a detachment of Royal Marines Light Infantry on this location for about 5 or 6 years in the 1860s. So looking up this beautiful tropical beach here, but the actual campsite is around behind me here, up on this headland. Now up on this headland there was 3 marine little huts for marine married quarters. There's a main barracks and there's a big hospital, or a relatively large hospital up in the back there. I'll put the photographs on the video. As you can see now, that's heavily overgrown, but it was cleared back in the 1860s. But it's a long time since anyone's been up there, and it's heavily overgrown now. I'm not sure what I'm going to find up there, but we'll go and have a look and see if we can see any old relics up there. So thanks for watching the video. We'll be back shortly. Okay, well I've got to get through these mangroves here, then I'll go up that escarpment and climb up there. I've got no tripod today, so if the camera works a bit shaky, please excuse that, but if I've got to suffer, you've got to suffer. On we go. Well, here we are in the side of the Royal Marines camp, the Redcoats camp. As you can see, it's sort of open rainforest. It's pretty tough going, there's a lot of vines, but I'm on the trail. Here's a bit of evidence. An old green bottle. It's an 1800s bottle for sure. I just picked up a little pottery shard, so I'm getting close. It's in here somewhere. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, well I'm up in the main side of the Redcoats camp now. This is the area in between where there were 3 little 2-room married quarter buildings in that direction. This is based on a photograph I have from 1868, and on the right there was the main barracks area. But I just got my first find here. Note that I'm using Mrs. NQ's old battle-scarred Ace 250. The reason is I had to bring everything in a backpack here because I had to get up that escarpment, so I had to put everything in a pack to get up here. But anyway, here's the first find. And it's a button, beautiful old brass button from the 1800s. So that's great. I'm in the right spot. Okay, well we'll just keep hunting around here. In amongst these tangles of vines, I can still get around. There's a fair bit of open ground. Some of these big old trees would have been here in the 1860s too. Okay, on we go. Okay, well this is what it looks like now. Can you imagine what it was like in the 1860s in those woolen redcoats, straight out from England, clearing this scrub? Well, it's grown back over the last 150 years, but I've just found a bottle dump, which is definitely dates from the 1800s. There's some old, these old green beer bottles, and there's a bit of a pit in there, and there's bottles everywhere. But we'll have a scratch around, see what we can find, eh? There's these old green beer bottles with the big deep depression in the bottom. But there's a lot of bottles down in there. I'll go down in there and have a look, eh? And I'll see what we can come up with. It's looks like a bit of a little shallow scrape here where there's been a bit of a rubbish dump. Okay, well I'll be back shortly. We'll have a scratch in here. Okay, well, we've got some of these old, beautiful old square bottom bottles. Not complete. This one here is like a multi-sided thing. Broken. More beer bottles. They've all got the tops knocked off, like the bullockys used to do out west. That's how they used to open them, to smash the tops off them. Oh, so it doesn't give me much hope of finding a complete one. But there's some larger bottles in there, like flagon size. There's quite a few of these square bottom bottles. Look at this, hey? Something TIC PPS. That's all that's left on there. Schnapps maybe? I doubt it. I think the British, the Royal Marines would be drinking schnapps. Okay, well I'll keep scratching and see what else I can find in here. Okay, more surface finds. A bottle sitting up there upright, rather dangerously, and this beautiful old bit of plate. There's several parts of it here. That is just lovely, that thing. Pity it's not complete. They never are, of course. Well, that's nice. There's more bottles up through here. So I haven't had any targets since the button. Actually, this country is very highly mineralised. It's an ironstone surface, gravel, and it's Got to cut the sensitivity right back because the detector's going to really struggle in this stuff. But anyway, we'll keep on it. There's my next target. It's some sort of unidentified circular object with 2 holes through it, which isn't very enlightening, but I've got no idea what that is. It's quite old though. Nice piece of metal. It's not corroded or anything, so I'll see if there's any markings on that, and we'll subtrail any information we can get. Well, I just skirted along the cliff top out the front of the camp, the Redcoats camp. Didn't find anything there really. Just came back inland a bit, another little pottery shard. So I'm on the trail again. So I'm going to head back in through this rainforest here, and this is the area I believe the main barracks. So I'll see if I can find any evidence of that. Okay, I've found a small area of raised earthworks which looks like it's been built, and the way the country's falling, based on that old 1868 photograph, I think this may be the married barracks. There were 3 little 2-room buildings here, and it looks like this has been built up through here in a square sort of flat earth area. And I've just found a lovely old relic here. I've got, at another point, I've got the detector in all metal mode because there's no modern rubbish in here. Looks like it's some sort of old key. Maybe a clock key or something. Slightly squashed. I think it's an old clock key. That is a ripper. So that's the first target I've got in this little spot. So I'll just hunt along the front here, along where that front of the earthworks, because assuming these 3 little old cottages were here, there might be some more relics. Well, in all metal, I'm digging targets I wouldn't normally dig, but this would appear to be a building site because here's an old, very corroded, very old square nail. Have a look at that. So I'd say we're in either the barracks or the Marines' married quarters, but I'll go further up the slope later in the hunt and we'll see what we can find up there, and we might confirm that this is actually the married quarters area. I'll tell you what, it's tough going in this rainforest. Like I said, how they cleared all this 150 years ago with an axe, I'll never know. But anyway, I'm still finding surface items. There's some bottles here, a couple of old, looks like they've been brought up from the beach. Shells, look at that. There's 2 of them. I think the boys might have brought them up. They'll set up here and had a drink. Well, in those days it would have been the sea. That's the seaward side out there. I'm going to head along that front and see what else I can pick up along the escarpment. Well, there's my next find, which is a military one. It's a drop round ball, obviously from a musket. I'll measure the calibre of that and get some idea what weapon that may have come from. Not been fired, definitely been dropped. Oh, well, that's a good little find. Still struggling on through this thick rainforest, but like I said, you get a target now and then, and I've got it in all metal, so I'll dig everything I can. Every signal I get, I'll dig. Well, I've scouted along the edge of the escarpment overlooking the channel, and it looks like some sort of defence works here, some kind of stockade base or something. It's built out of just the local rocks, but it's neatly arranged in 2 rows leading up through the forest towards the edge of the escarpment. I don't know if you can, I hope you can see that on the video. It's always difficult to film in these rainforest sites because they're low light conditions and the camera doesn't deal with it too well, but I'll scout around here and see what this may have been. It's definitely been placed here and constructed. There's been some kind of wall, or maybe it's a sentry post or something, because that's what we're looking at there. Out in this direction is the north end of the channel leading into the Torres Strait, so that would have been, this position would logically defend the north end of the channel. So anyway, we'll go up and have a look what's up in. Okay, I've just come out of that bit of rainforest scrub there as I'm moving through the Redcoats camp. I'm further in now, and fortunately for me, from a detecting point of view, I'm out of that vine scrub, and it's some little clear patches that I can hunt. And it's quite sandy, the soil, unlike the ironstone country that was in that rainforest where I discovered that bottle dump and that musket ball about an hour ago. So this is promising. I'll hunt around this area and see what comes up. Well, I've just come out of the rainforest into this little dry sandy patch here, which is a bit of a relief because my apologies for the autofocus on the camera. It's very difficult to get it to work properly in those low light conditions. But I've just dug this out of the sand. It's, I think it's a round. Maybe not, but it's a solid piece of lead. I'll measure the calibre and see if I can identify that as an actual bullet. Okay, well, on we go. Well, my next target's more ammunition. It's a shot 2-ring bullet. It's hit something pretty hard by the look of that. I'll try to get a calibre off that, but it's not, just pretty mangled. Okay, on we go. Okay, the next target's a lovely old brass button, 19th century. I think it may have some writing on it, but it's got some little ornate edging, on milled edging. in lovely condition. If there's any writing on that, I'll subtitle it. Well, I'm still in this lovely sandy soil, which is a bit of a change from that ironstone I was hitting in the rainforest back a little bit further. This looks like it's, this old relic appears to be the top of a powder tin of some sort, maybe talcum powder. Got that little swivelling top to let the powders flow out. Can't see any writing or maker's name, but I'd say that's quite old, perhaps 19th century. Good one. Well, the next target's a ripper. It looks like a bit of saddle brass, definitely a saddle ornamentation. You can see where it's been attached to the leather on the saddle there. Excellent find. Not sure whether that'd be military or not, but could date from later use of the site, which was sort of in use into the 1930s, well, after World War II really. So, but that's definitely an old saddle badge brass. Good one. Well, I've been poking in around the roots of this old gnarled fallen tree, which is still living, incredibly. Difficult dig out into these, underneath the roots here. Try not to cut too many roots. And out come a beautiful buckle. Horse buckle. Brass. Steel pin still in situ, or parts of it. Good one. Okay, well, we'll just persevere in this area. Well, my next target, I think, is a keyhole cover, or latch. You can see the little swivel nut there. This will swivel across the old skeleton keyhole, I believe. That's not a bad find. It's a good signal come out of that target. Righto, on we go. Had quite a deep hole, another large caliber bullet, quite old by the look of that. It's got no gas ring, or no rings on the bullet, so look, anyway, I'll measure the caliber and I'll subtitle it. Possibly a 19th century bullet. Well, the next target from the Redcoats camp is this massive old brass strap hinge. Look at that, that's a solid piece of metal, that. Unreal. Up a large door, obviously, maybe it could be off a wagon tailgate or something like that. Unknown. If there's any name stamped on that, I'll subtitle it. Well, my next target's another lovely piece of saddle brass badge. Often these have designs on them, these don't. They're just decorative, I suppose, or attached to the leather saddle, but that's definitely 19th century. Good one. Well, you've just missed the excitement. We should have done a live dig. Out of a very deep hole, about 7 to 8 inches deep, I've got this beautiful old brooch, I think it is. It's got stones in it. One's missing. There's a red stone, a yellow stone and a purple stone. Probably Victorian costume jewellery, I don't know. It looks like that pin has been gilt and the clip is complete. There should be a maker's name. I can't see one, but that's a lovely little piece of Victorian costume jewellery. How about that? It looks like an artist palette sort of arrangement. I guess it's a brooch, or maybe it's a hat pin, a women's hat pin. So that might have been one of the marine officers' wives or some such. Okay, well, I'll study that, and if there's any information on it, I'll subtitle it. Excellent. Just looking at that again, it looks like there's a series of gilt spears. There's just like a long staff with the knob on the end, and a series of gilt spears inlaid through this, what looks like an artist palette sort of system. It may not be Victorian, but it does appear to be Victorian jewellery. I'll definitely see if I can find any more information on that anyway, but I haven't got a magnifier with me, so I don't know if there's any makers' names or details on there. Oh, excellent. Anyway, on we go. I've just got another lovely Victorian brass button. I'll subtitle any maker's name, but look at the condition of the metal in the sandy area of the site. It's got this beautiful green patina to it, shiny. It's just beautiful. There's no corrosion whatsoever. It's just a lovely relic, that one. Okay, on we go. We've just come down the escarpment. The camp area's up above us there, where I've got those few little relics. Another little bottle dump area. It looks like they've been slinging the bottles over the side. They were sitting up the top and having a drink. All of them are totally destroyed. It's an old, I guess there would have been plenty of rum and that sort of thing back in the 1860s, given that they were Royal Marines, so they would have had a rum ration, I would imagine. These could be rum bottles, but I'll keep scouting around, but I hold no hope of finding a complete one. And the ocean's down below there. It's about we're about 80 metres up above the ocean. It drops off pretty quickly down there, so I won't go down that way. I'll keep heading down to the south here and see what else we can find along the tail of this rock face. And more bottles that have been slung over the edge of this escarpment. Been laid there for a long time, 150 years, an old square bottle. This one here's a white bottle. Oh, no, oh, look at that, it's an earthenware bottle. That may have been rum, eh? I don't know, I've got no idea. There's absolutely no markings on these things. But definitely an old bottle. More square bottles in there. We'll just keep battling on through here and see what else we can find, eh? Well, I've just come down that cliff face through all that bit of jungle there from where the campsite is down to this view. How is this? Beautiful channel. And that lovely, that island, there's a beautiful sandy beach over there. I wouldn't mind getting over there. But not a soul around. Nice bit of headland there. So I just got to head back along these rocks this way back towards the beach where I started, and that'll be the end of the hunt. So we'll keep going along these rocks. Well, I've been up there about 3 hours in the old Redcoats camp. Since then the tide's come in, so I made it a bit difficult for myself to get back. But anyway, it's no fun if it's easy, so on we go. Well, we'll wrap the hunt up there. We're back on the beach where we started. That was a really good day out. It was a bit of difficult site to get to, and it took a bit of research to actually find the location, but it was well worth the effort. I really enjoyed that. A couple of different environments there up on the cliff face on that headland where you can see where the main camp area in that vine scrub. That was hard going, but we got the musket ball out of there and that old key. And then there's a couple of cleared patches where we picked up those relics like the saddle badges and more ammunition and that lovely old brooch. So yeah, it was a good day out and a little bit of history for the area. So I hope you've enjoyed that coming up there with me today, and best of luck on your next trip out. Happy hunting. Bye for now.